live stream on YouTube today. Be There you are, my hag.
Yeah, there's a curtain.
Oh,
There's,
almost stepped on a terrorist cat.
hang on, I got your wood part.
All right, get my Woody.
We're gonna need a new bag of dog food in the tunnel.
Okay, now?
One of them. It don't matter. No, when we come back, it's fine.
Okay, because if you need it now, I can get it
No,
now.
I actually don't need it right now because they all have food, so they're fine.
Okay.
Put the fish goes in the garbage, just come get it. In the garbage.
We have our egg carton. And it is very warm today.
Are we live?
We're live. Almost 60 degrees today.
Coming to you live, the most boring stream on YouTube.
You messed up.
Join us.
You messed up. You didn't say live stream.
Whatever. I said live.
That's true.
All right. Here is your bag of bread ends and heels for your little chicky poos. And duck
Alright.
poos. I'm gonna go take care of my chitlins.
All right.
I'll return with pork.
I'm gonna set.
Or you can join me to get water either way.
I'm gonna set the equipment down real quick while I go do birds. Hello, birdie. Get on my way, Merv. Alright. Alright, everybody on my way. Go, all guys go. Hey, Merv. Garlic bread. Alright, move chickens. Come on, guys. Out of the way. Get you guys done real quick today, huh? Here she comes, just walking down the street, singing to me like it's John Diddy. You're so happy walking next to me. Say hello, my chicken. Hello, yesterday. Come on, chickens, move. All right. Now let's feed the quail. You guys ready? Where's my little quail guys? There you go. There. Come on, bird. Out the way. Nightbot is active. Hi, Kim. Okay, now we can get out of here and head to the barn. Let me gather up my stuff. Yeah, Merry Christmas. There's one of the terroristic cats. Let me set you guys down. I gotta carry a battery pack around today. I let my phone get too low. Not sure if any notifications went out. See if I can get you set up to see the goats. There, that should be pretty good for right now. Okay, I'm not even sure if they went out, so hopefully they do.
I'll be back in that fret.
Get mauled there, Hank?
Huh?
Get mauled?
I always get mauled. We do this on a regular basis. No, you're not. Yep.
Make sure you guys got a decent view of the goats. There goes Polly. That looks pretty good. Maybe I'll take you in the yard. Probably be a wiser idea. There goes Ghostus the Slob. Come on, Smileys. Peanut and pistachio. Get the battery pack sitting here. That should be pretty good. Rafa kitty. Hey, Rafa. Rafa. Rafa? Oh, God.
Here, Smiley. Have a little. I'm low one dish for this area, but oh well.
How are you low a dish?
Because we have extra girls here now,
Oh.
you know?
Isn't there one in the barn you can grab?
Not really. I gotta go find another.
Well, go pick a spot on the ground.
I did. They're picking the damn sweet pea out of it. They're weirdies, man. Yes, Tanner, I hear you.
There's the Rafa kitty. Rafa, Rafa, Rafa. Hi, Polly. Hi, my Polly. Holly jolly Christmas, perfect time of year. Bringing joy to all the girls and boys. Hi, Rafa kitty. Hi, Rafa, Rafa. Rafa.
outside the fence for now, and then I gotta empty the other wheelbarrow. And then
I'm gonna go check the gas.
hey, come on, girl, don't fight. You know what?
And then I'll be ready to head out to help you with hay. Go ahead. Make sure you guys still have a decent view. Hello, everyone that I missed. There's Polly. Hey, Jerry.
Alright, ladies, there's one there. Okay.
Make sure I have this on live. Yep, live chat. If you do exclamation point commands, it'll give you all the commands for Nightbot. Nightbot is up and running. Hey, 00. If you hit exclamation point commands, it'll give you all the commands for Nightbot. For anybody who doesn't know, Auditron was assaulted 2 nights ago.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Hey, girls.
You need an S on that. 00. It's COMMANDS. S is in Sam at the back of it, and it'll give it to you. There you go. Jenny Jones got it. Sit. Even my kid's turning into an e-beggar. Santa got ripped off. She's got one up on Nightbot. That's exclamation point. Xmas. What? Those shots are not on our property. I'm positive.
Hi! No fighting!
Yep. That's for Auditron. That should, Nightbot should respond. Let me see. I'm going to try to get you guys another angle. Alright, I'm going to have to leave you guys with this.
Well, our daughter is only e-begging because she ripped off. Somebody stole Christmas presents out of her car.
Alright,
Grandchildren.
let's,
I don't know how you can do that.
I'm going to leave you guys right there till I get back from getting hay.
Hi.
Right now, only view you really have is a couple goats and a dog.
We will be quick about it.
We'll be right back. And then you get to Jenny Jones treats today. Dog. Wait, I gotta put the dog away. The damn thing's eating corn. Come on, dog, let's go. Come on, dog, go. You're not gonna sit out here and eat the goat's corn. Go eat your damn dog food. Of a holly jolly Christmas, perfect time of year. Enjoy all girls and boys.
should wait, huh? Yeah. We'll wait. You're so funny. Well, go eat some, Holly. Hi, Rafa. Chauncey? It's the Chaunce. It is the Chauncey. No, you stay outside, Pelly Wally. Come on, Pelly Wally. Come on, you're okay. I know, I'm here. Mama will take care of you yet. Okay? All right. Oh, I know.
Hag.
Oh, it's actually not that bad. Okay, I thought this was gonna be shitty.
Hag, let me
Not
in,
that
babe.
bad. I'm here, honey bunny. Oh, beauteous.
This shit's nice.
Yeah, looks good. It's a little yellow on the outside, but that inside looks sweet. So, here, Peanut. I don't know, man. Sounds like,
That's not here.
that's weird, 'cause it sounds
One
like
farm over.
it's coming from across the creek, you know? You know what I mean, on our side.
No. At the creek?
Yeah,
On the other side of the creek.
right, okay.
Come on, Polly.
Follow, Polly. Wanna get something to eat? Come on, baby. Come on, Billy.
Hang on, let me turn the camera. There's the Rafa kitty. Rafa, Rafa, Rafa.
Rafa's hanging with the Chauncey man today.
There's Rafa.
Yep, he's hanging with the Chauncey.
The Rafa kitty.
Pretty soon they're gonna be fighting over females.
Hey, Tim Hill. The Rafa kitty appears. Ghostess, the world's fattest goat. Polly, Peanut, Pistachio, another one of the terroristic kitties, another terroristic cat, the strange goat and her baby, Gizmo,
Quit itching your leg, man.
Sweet Madam Blue, the silver goat, New Ghostess. Yeah, guys, I got hay. Here it comes. Ready, set, go get it. There's some more. This goat wants a Jenny Jones treat. That's what she's doing here. Sorry guys, I just dropped you. It's because I have a cord hooked to me. Trying to get you guys situated back. I have to move you back now because Mr. Stinky is coming after the phone. He thinks it's a treat. Let me try to get you guys back into position. I have to leave you in this position for a minute. Hey, Tim Hill. Okay, Jenny, I will tell him, hey, goats, Merry Christmas from Jenny Jones. You too, Rafa Kitty. Merry Christmas from Jenny Jones. holiday jolly trip.
The Holly trip. I can pull some of this out and put.
Yeah, probably just have to add one thing of water, maybe nothing.
Nah, you're gonna want to put one in here.
All right.
Once you do it. Tomorrow, if it stays decent out,
Yep.
we'll do a dump and refill.
Okay.
Looks like it might rain, so I don't know.
See, another goat wants a Jenny Jones treat.
Alright, hang on, ladies. Let me fill up your
Let's hook her up.
bag.
Here we go. Compliments of Jenny Jones. She says, Merry Christmas, goat. Ghostess, you big fat goat. Oh, almost fell. See if I can put you guys up here without getting messed with. Stinky's really interested, so I might not be able to. Go away, Stinky. He's right on top of the camera. Rafa Kitty's out by Hag. Come on, Stinky. Come on, buddy. Come on down here, Stinky. Here. Here, Stinky. Look at this. Some hay for you. You want me to throw that, Hag?
No, it's done.
All right.
I'm good. Ah. Oh, I'm gonna have to rake this whole yard in a couple months. And,
Yep.
start moving everything over to the pile. That's always fun.
Are you done in here? Oh, it's so nice to be with you. I love all the things you say and do. And it's so nice to hear you say, you're gonna please me in every way. Honey, I got the notion you're causing commotion in my soul. Rafa, why are you hanging out with Chauncey? It's kind of strange, buddy. Today we might take the tractor and lift a tree off the fence. Or we might take the tractor and finally get rid of the garbage. That's a possibility too. Probably gonna do one of the two. Oh, what a mess, man. Trying to carry all this crap. Don't close up yet. Come on.
What are we waiting for?
I'm trying to get... I don't know. Everything's going weird on me right now.
Alright, well, give me the bucket. I'll put it away.
I got my hands so full of crap, man. With this auxiliary battery pack and everything else. It's hard.
Hello?
Okay, stop, Melinda. Hey, QT. Hey, Tim. Yeah, I can't really talk much, Tim, while I'm doing chores, so. Kind of like you at work. You can only get away with so much. Yeah, we have almost 30 goats, Tim.
Right around 30. It balances somewhere between 28 and 35 usually. Given the time of year and what is born, male or female.
All right, here comes,
Males usually go for meat.
here's Ghostess the Slob,
That sounded like
coming for her treat. Peanut just knocked the phone out of my hand.
That's nice. Come on, Peanut. Howdy, girl. What are you doing?
Here you go, Melinda, since you didn't attack me. Peanut, you're waiting to last, because you attacked me. Here, Gizmo. There you go. There's yours, Pollyanna. Get down, Peanut, off me. Get off me, Peanut.
Naughty girl.
Here, crazy goat.
Stop. What is wrong with you, huh?
If you keep climbing on me, I'm not giving you one. Here, Peanut.
Yeah, I don't have anything in here. It's just my gloves. All right, everybody happy now?
Okay, I think
Yeah, watch your wire.
There we go.
There's nothing in there.
Here's the Rappa. It's a Rappa kitty. She does want my nuts, Jack. All right. Oh, now we're gonna have a fun day. You know what I did? I lost my Bluetooth.
Out here?
Somewhere. When I got whacked by one of these goats, man.
You gotta be shitting me.
I ain't shitting ya.
What, right over here somewhere?
I have no idea when I lost it.
Oh my God. See, this is why I keep telling you.
It's somewhere.
And there's no way to make it beep or...
Nope. And there's the Rappa kitty.
Where the fuck you walking, then I guess. I do not know what to tell you. Where were you?
I was everywhere.
Nice.
Stuck my head through the fences
That's probably where you lost it.
to get turn all the buckets off over.
Good Lord.
I could have lost it anywhere.
Fucking hate when this happens, man.
Yeah, I do too.
And it
There you go,
always
Rafa.
happens. It happens so often. It's like,
Yep.
it's not humanly possible that it happens as often as it does to you.
Here you go, Mr. Stinky. Come on over here. Jenny Jones treat. Come on, buddy.
I'd be a little more worried about my Bluetooth right now than anything else.
Well, I'm trying to think of where I would have lost it at.
Wherever you bumped your head somewhere or whipped your head around.
I whipped my head around multiple times. All right. Probably it's going to be where the hay is, Jode. Or where in the barn there. Or the birds. I'm going to go check down here. I'm good at losing things.
You're great at losing.
Hi, Teresa.
You should not have.
Have a good day.
This is why I always tell you, leave that kind of shit in the house. You never listen to me.
I know, I'm a dumbass. That's nothing new. In search of the Bluetooth. Alright, it's too dark to look in here. I'll have to come back with a flashlight. In case I lost it in here. Definitely not the smartest not the smartest move I've ever done. Okay. I'm gonna have to set you guys down while I go do a quick check for my Bluetooth in the chicken house since I don't know where it went. Went over here and picked up a bale here. No Bluetooth there. Could have been when I grabbed treats too. There's another terroristic cat. You know where it could be? Could be in the barn next to.
I looked in the barn.
No, where the treats are. You can't see in there. It's too dark. I need to get a light.
I have a flashlight in my fucking hand.
Awesome.
How far in did you go?
Right to there.
Right to here?
Yep. Can I have your flashlight when you're done?
Not here.
May I have your flashlight?
Once I step out of here, you can have it.
Do you
I
want?
checked the barn.
All right. Well, do you want to take this for a minute? You got two things to handle today. It's a pain in the ass. Here, just hang on to that for a second while I run in and check the chicken coop.
Whoops.
What? You have a
Nothing. No.
Okay.
Normally you hand it to me and there are no buttons on the top. Today it's upside down.
Yeah, flipped over.
If anybody is wondering, this is just par for the course.
Oh, go on. That's all you know. It's poke fun out of a goddamn guy.
Well, quit losing your shit. And we won't have these problems.
Help me, I think I've lost my shit again.
This happens like every other day. If he didn't lose his glasses, he lost his Bluetooth. If he didn't lose the Bluetooth, he can't find the phone. If it ain't the phone, it's something else that's very important, like the keys to the car, or, you know, money, or whatever. That's why I carry your wallet. God forbid if I didn't do that, we would have issues. So now we're running around searching for a Bluetooth. Good God. This is the kind of shit that pisses me off, man. Expensive equipment that we can't afford to replace. Let's be careless with it. Yes, I'm bitching. Sorry. Makes me a little upset, you know? Can't be helped. I have no idea. He lost that when he was about 11 or so. Believe me, I didn't want it. I would rather have him well trained by someone with some knowledge. And whoever she was, my hat's off to her. She did a phenomenal job, making me a very happy camper. All right. Did you see a Bluetooth? Have you seen a Bluetooth anywhere? No? Okay. Well, I decided to ask.
Oh. I just thought of something.
Now what?
Could be over here where the peanut attacked me.
I think I looked over here where the peanut attacked you.
Okay.
That doesn't mean I didn't, you know, it's not here or somebody didn't eat it.
That's true. I may have a Bluetooth goat I have to hold up to my ear. I just have to
Yeah, don't feed anybody any more fucking candy, okay? Let's just get this Bluetooth hunt over with.
That's what I'm doing.
All right, go in and look. I've already looked by Kai. I looked by Nancy.
Well,
look out. Tina, stay there.
If you can't find it, I probably won't either.
Well, shine the flashlight.
Okay.
It is not there.
Just checking.
I know.
Don't take
make it bigger so it covers more area. Here. Oh, here. Right here. Right here.
Okay, that's tree.
It's not in there.
Not in there.
Okay. I already looked down the other way, and it's not down there. I checked through all of them. I've got doors banging around in the wind. It's not here. I swear to God, if we go in the house and it's in the house, I'm going to kick you in the vagina.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me to find out.
This is our life, people. That really sounds like it's coming from our back 40. Yeah, no kidding. If I find it in the house, I am going to kick him in the vagina. Not my vagina. The vagina I'm going to kick into him. Making me do a sweep of a goat yard for an earpiece that he never should have worn outside to begin with. You know, it's not really the kind of thing you bring out into a muddy goat yard. Maybe I need to drill a hole in it, put a couple jump rings in it, and put a cord around it so it stays on his neck. Did you find it? Then why are you singing?
It's only a Bluetooth. I could have lost you.
How are you going to lose me out in the goat yard?
I don't know, but that would be very unlucky. Look, Ralph was after you.
Yeah, I know. Hi, Rafa. Oh, look, it's Rafa, Chauncey, and one of his other children. He's their father. He actually takes really good care of his kids. He's a weirdo. Most cat fathers eat their children or kill them. That's how the barn cat world works, usually. They kill off the male competition. And it also brings the female back into heat, which is what they want.
Can't eat my fingers, sorry.
All right, dude, we have looked. I have good eyes. I have not
gone,
seen a
baby.
damn thing.
It's
Well, it's
gone.
gone down this far.
So one of
We
two
still
things
have to
happened.
keep walking. What?
One,
You either left it in the
I
house,
lost it,
or two, you're a dumbass and you lost it.
and I left it in the house.
Yeah, those are the only things. All right, Peanut, we'll see you later. Take care of your little siblings and
Except
children.
by the water dump, there's nothing at the water dump.
Nope. Make sure the gate is closed. And I'm going to watch you to make sure because I don't trust you.
You shouldn't trust me, I'm a man.
There you go. We are locked.
There's your flashlight.
Thank you for my flashlight.
Oh.
What?
Never mind. I'm trying to figure out what I did with the holder now.
Oh, for
I
God's
lost it
sake.
too. I don't care. I'll make a new one if I lost
You're
it.
fucking kidding me. You've got to be joking.
No, I have dementia. Leave me alone.
You do not have dementia.
I have old timers.
No, you have. I took one too many Valiums today to relax my spasms. And now my brain is tired and won't work.
No, my brain is just fine.
Then why did you bring the Bluetooth outside with you when you didn't need it?
Because I always do, because I'm a dumbass.
Well,
Explain other things to me being a dumbass.
I could try.
Doesn't work that way.
I can try.
Look at that mud pit.
All right, well, keep sweeping your eyes back and forth on the ground. You may find it yet.
Well,
It may have fallen off out here. Or,
here's my plan.
what's your plan? I need dog food in the kennel. Oh, I don't need it today,
Well,
that's
wait.
right.
We'll do that right
I
after.
don't need it right today,
If
actually.
you do it today, I don't have to do it tomorrow.
Fine, do it whenever you like. I don't care. I really don't care. I can do it whenever. I've reached that point. I just really don't care. Come on, big cat. You gotta walk out of my way. Come on, keep going. I know, you're a beautiful kitty. Hi, guys. All right, look out. There's a big orange and white one. Look at that fluffy cat, huh? You're a beauty. Yeah, you are. Hi. That's one of Maka's brothers or sisters. There's Fluffernutter, little one, and another little one they don't have names for. I don't know if you guys can hear the purring going on in here, but there's a lot of purring going on. It's pretty funny, actually. Okay. This one comes in with me. My gloves come in. Well, look out. I need to figure out if you guys need water or not. You could use a little. There we go. Take the cap off that and fill the kitty bucket with water. We'll fill it the rest of the way. Gave you guys water yesterday, but when it gets halfway down, you guys tend to dump it over. There you go. All right. And there you go. The can is open. Just dump her in. Oh, shit. There goes the cat.
Fluffernutter.
Come on, Fluffer. Oh, there goes the big furry cat. God damn it. I hate when they go in there because they don't know how to get out.
Yeah, they do.
You sure they all know how?
Yeah, they come out the window.
All right, leave them in there then, I guess. I
Keep
don't
going, guys.
fucking know. All right.
Everybody out of here.
What a mess.
Everybody out.
Everything is a giant mess.
Come on, Fluffer, you out too.
It's just too much
All
for
guys
one
out.
person to deal with.
I ran all the cats out.
You know? Can you shut the overhead?
Yep.
All right.
Thinking about taking the tractor, dump the garbage.
Do whatever whatever you want, babe. Don't care. First, you got quail to feed.
I'm just worried about rutting up the yard.
Well, I would be worried about that. Why don't you just wait for a while then? Wait till it hardens up a little bit. Either freezes or dries. So we really don't need any more ruts. And don't forget the propane guy's got to get in yet and everything else,
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
so. You know.
All right. You
Here.
want a hand?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to give you the handoff. There's your phone.
Okay.
Here's your battery.
Alright.
Take care of
And
the birds.
will you let me know? Never mind, I'll find out when I come up. I'm gonna go take care of these
Yeah,
birds.
just have me run up and down like a...
I'll come up for myself.
Alright. Okay.
Okay, now let's feed the rest of the birds. And now I can pay better attention to chat. Hey, good to see ya. Friends in Code. Jenny Jones, Lucy. Anybody else I missed? Nightbot is alive and well. There you go, one ugly face just for you. Hello, my little quails. You keep playing hard to get. You need to call a doctor for some help. Dizzy. I'm so dizzy, my head is spinning. Like a whirlpool, it never ends. And it's you, quail, making it spin. You're making me dizzy. The first time that I saw you, quail, I knew that I just had to put you on my plate. Alright, oh, here we go. There's your food.
Hey, dumbass!
I left it up there, right?
Fuck yes!
Hey, hey, hey. Right on. I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass. Hey, hey, hey. Dumbass. Na, 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 na. Just so everyone knows, I'm officially a dumbass. I left my Bluetooth connected to the laptop. Hey, friends in code, if you're still around, have you checked out any of the security over at Cloudflare? Hey, Vet Tech Kimmy, you need some clothes. There you go. Well, it was either Hag telling me I'm a dumbass or me singing I am a dumbass. I thought I lost my Bluetooth and we looked for it and I left it in the house. So, yes, I'm officially a dumbass. You should have clothes on now, Kimmy. There you go. All right, we got 2 quail eggs to go deposit. And then it's up to you guys. Would you guys like to go for a tractor ride? That's the big question. Because we can go out and take a tree off the fence if you want. That's if you guys are up for a tractor ride. If not, we'll blow it off.
You guys can go. I'm staying here. I had enough of that Bluetooth episode.
No, I'm thinking about taking them.
Oh, man.
I'm thinking
I
about...
thought you said you were going to leave it until the yard firms up.
No. Listen to me.
Okay.
I was asking if they wanted to go on the tractor ride.
Yes.
Out to remove the tree off the fence.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Because
Be my guest. How the hell are you going to hold the phone while you're doing that?
with the phone holder
Okay.
on the hood of the
Not
tractor.
lose anything.
Well, I'm not bringing the Bluetooth, so we're good.
Lose it, 'cause that's all we got.
If anybody wants to go on a tractor ride, type 1.
If y'all want to sit around and do nothing, type 2.
And if you don't feel like going on a tractor ride, type 2. But we're going to run out of daylight soon.
1, type 3.
But we're going to run out of daylight soon, so.
4.
Okay, Jenny doesn't want to go.
To gain an operator, type 0. Alright, I'm going to sit my leg
Anybody else?
for a while.
We've got just enough time probably to make it down the road, into the field, lift the tree, and come back.
It's going to get dark pretty soon, ain't it? Come on, dog. Move your ass. Come on, fatso.
Let me scroll back through,
There we
see
go.
who came in.
Good girl.
Hmm.
Alright.
Surprised Auditron didn't show up. Hey, yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not taking the Bluetooth, Jenny. It's still on the laptop charging.
Fuck, dog.
Okay, we'll blow off the tree till tomorrow, I guess.
It doesn't matter. The ghosts are locked in one side of the thing, so it's not like they can get out. It's
So,
kind of muddy out there, dude.
if I get the tractor stuck, I won't be able to.
You're stuck. You're stuck. Because
Yeah.
You don't have anything to pull it out with.
Until tomorrow. Yeah, all the lights on the tractor are broke, so I don't have any lights on the tractor
Yeah,
either.
we're losing sunlight, so probably the best way to handle it is just to wait.
So I think we're gonna go with Jenny Jones' suggestion of
Hang it out.
don't go.
Hi, kitty. Alright, I'm taking my boots off.
Relocate my pens back to my pocket. Here's today's take of quail eggs. I don't know how well you can see them,
My back is killing me.
but that's the take of quail eggs today.
We get any pretty ones?
Yeah, we got some really cool looking ones.
Awesome.
There's got to be some kind of weird art stuff you can do with those eggs.
There is. The only problem with quail eggs is that they are so thin that you would actually have to blow them out. I don't know how the hell you do that without crushing one or blowing out the back.
You have to use an insulin needle.
Right? And then you would also have to take a needle and fill it with some kind of glue, like
What they do is they take
There's some kind of
they
foam.
take an insulin needle and poke a hole in it,
Suck
and
the
then
egg out.
they fill it with air, and as it fills with air,
The egg comes out the other side.
the eggs start sweep.
I know, but what I'm
seeping out.
saying is that shell is so thin.
Yeah, after you're done,
After you're
let
done,
me finish.
you'd have to fill it with something.
Let me finish.
Okay. What do you fill it with?
Once you do that with the insulin needle,
Right.
then you change over to an 18 gauge needle,
Yeah.
go in the same hole, and you finish putting air in there until the yolk breaks and comes out. Then once that happens, you take a mixture of this epoxy crap.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
What do you do to make it hard?
It's called hydraulic something.
Okay.
And you take this stuff and you suck it up in the needle, and it's like real thin. It's almost like a pudding
And
when it starts out. And
fill the egg with it.
Yeah. And then as it hardens, it makes like a little
You know, that sounds like an awful lot of work. What I could do
I'm just telling you how I seen it done.
is use, and I mean, you guys can, I don't know if you can see the colors in here or not, what quail eggs look like. Anyway, I could recreate those same patterns and colors with polymer clay.
Yeah, we could definitely use some insulin needles. We're almost out of them.
Yeah, I've got bigger needles.
The only thing we have left right now are 10 and 12 gauge needles. That's about all we have left.
And
Let
somewhere
me hit
packed
this
away in
real
a
hard.
box, I've got old-fashioned glass hypodermic. Not the needle part. They don't have needles. It's just the body of it. I got cases of those things. I don't remember where we got them from. Oh, Polly.
Yeah, but we're almost out of them.
Right.
Hey, Aaron, what's happening?
And she used to give us extra hypodermic needles,
Hey, Aaron, if you do exclamation point command, you'll get them all. They're all there.
which come in very handy for things like dental work.
Look at my bozo hair. It's awesome, ain't it?
What else do we use those for? We use them for everything.
Oh, Kimmy,
For
email me because I don't have a way to capture your email. Just type exclamation point email and it will give you my email. Exclamation point email will give you my email address. There you go. Jenny did it for you, Kimmy. Same old, Aaron. Same old. Goats, more goats, boring goats,
chickens,
all that stuff.
quail, dogs, cats. All of your usual.
Losing my Bluetooth when I never had it in the first place to lose it. All kinds of crazy stuff. Hey, Aaron, did you see that Auditron got attacked 2 days ago? You got assaulted?
See, and I got to bitch about something. I got to bitch about something that didn't even happen. And let out some of my frustration. So that was good. It worked out good. Right? Right.
Remember what I told you the other day?
What?
You don't remember what I told you when we were driving
Yeah.
in the truck?
Yeah.
See, it's true.
So that was all a performance?
What do you mean?
You knew you really didn't lose
Oh,
it?
no. I did think I lost
Oh. Don't even start with me.
it. See? There you go.
Well,
Yeah, dude, if you check it out, it was 2 days ago. He was doing a cop watch. A guy jumps out of this Uber and slaps the phone out of his hand up over a fence.
was it an Uber driver?
And the Uber driver took off. They ended up cuffing the dude and taking him to the drunk tank for 4 hours. And there's a big rumor going around that the guy punched Auditron and knocked him down. But that part of the rumor is false. All that really happened is the guy smacked the phone out of his hand over a fence and in front of a cop, and the cop arrested the guy and took him to the drunk tank for 4 hours. And they asked Auditron if he wanted to press charges against the guy and all that, and he said no. You know, he's like, do whatever you want to do. Yeah, Jenny, it did happen fast, didn't it? It was crazy. That guy just came staggering forward and then just stood there and wham, grabbed it, snatched it.
Oh, yeah, baby.
He didn't think any damage was done to his phone, but he's been doing a lot of work in the background, and now he's been writing documents and stuff, and now they disappear. So his phone's dying. It's definitely gonna crap out. It's just a matter of time. So we've been running a pool for him to try to get him some type of phone before this one dies. I'd pitch in a goat or a chicken, but I don't think the PayPal pool will take it. I'm surprised he hasn't showed up. Yeah, he probably could have punched the guy, but then the cops would have arrested him too. So, I mean, I don't know. He handled it the way I would expect someone to handle it. You know, not like these other guys who are like, oh, you know, arrest him for assault. He touched me. You know, I'm going to sue that guy. Arrest him. I'm going to do a PPA on him because he's in Cali. You know, do a private person's arrest. Start saying he's going to sue the guy and stuff. He didn't do any of that. Since it was just a regular citizen, it was like he wasn't concerned. I wish PayPal would take quail eggs for payment. PayPal makes me sell my eggs, and then it lets me put stuff in there. Right, Jenny? And the guy did it right in front of the cops. I mean, that was bad. Would have been really bad if the guy did punch him, because then there's no doubt about it, the state would have pressed charges for assault and battery. Or at least battery. I agree with his decision. I mean, you know, if he would have pressed, you know, charges against the guy, you know, it wouldn't have only affected that guy. It could have possibly affected his wife and his kids if he has them. Could have made a whole big mess out of, you know, something that's really not that big of a deal. The camera slap shouldn't, like, cause your family to suffer not having Christmas. Yeah, Aaron, he was surrounded by cops. There were like 4 cops there, so I don't think there was anything he could get away with. But I'm sure that guy will probably cause crap in the future because Auditron's always out there cop watching. So he'll probably run into that bootlicker again. The guy was all upset because Auditron was filming a police encounter. It was crazy. When his phone got whacked across the fence, I was worried he was going to lose all his documents. That kind of freaked me out. Because he's been working on a ton of stuff for the last 2 months. Spending a lot of time in the law library, too. He actually did a really good beatbox sing-along session, just like a general entertainment thing yesterday. And I tried to grab it to mirror it. and it won't let me download it for some reason. So I gotta go through it. I keep getting a PHP error on line 13, so I gotta go check it out. I don't know what's going on with it. Something in the script ain't right. Starting to feel like Friends in Code. Chasing errors. Yep, he did, Kimmy. That was awesome. He was like in full entertainment mode last night. Yeah, I think he's got a bunch on Google Drive, but I know he doesn't have everything he's working on because, like, there's a bunch of stuff he's got that he's keeping confidential. Hey, CMN, good to see you. Merry Christmas, Wild Nick. I really need to dedicate some time to fixing my network and getting that all done. It's been tied up. I've been playing Zebra's playlist. I gave up. There's no way I'm going to make my watch hours by the time the year ends. So I think I'm going to have to concede defeat. No, Wild Nick, did you send me your address? I've only sent Lupus stuff out to one person so far. I'm waiting on addresses. You did in the email? Email me again, dude, because I didn't get it. YouTube Watcher tried to email me too, and I've never gotten anything from YouTube Watcher. Do the exclamation point email and make sure that you spell it right, because a lot of people are spelling it RUMPLE, and that's not correct. It has to be RUMPEL. It's rumplemobile@gmail.com. Thanks, Jenny. Make sure that you use that email, and when I get it, I will send you a confirmation letter back. I'll send you an email back confirming that I got your that I got it from you. But YouTube Watcher told me he emailed me like 3, maybe 4 times so far, and I've never gotten an email from him. So I honestly don't know what's going on. I think exclamation point pool 3 is for James Jacobson and Kim Morehouse. I think is on 3. Hag's old guy? Yeah, that would be right. It would either say old guy or Hag's old guy or something like that. Yeah, I was Hag's old guy for a while on my backup channel, and I changed that to Roadhog 2 because nobody knew who I was. Everyone kept saying I was a troll as Hag's old guy, so I just switched it to Roadhog 2. And I'm going to change that name too because that name's kind of out there. I think I'm just going to make it Roadhog. Or Old Guy, one of the two.
Okay.
Jenny's a 4 to 5 hour drive from you. Double O.
Let's go.
Hey, dude, if you're going there, let me know.
Dude.
I'll give you a goat to take with you. All right, dude, if I get it,
What?
I will reply. I will reply to it.
All right, come on, Rose.
And confirm I got it. Yeah, he can bring Polly to you.
All right, let's go. What?
I don't know where Jenny is either.
Polly's not leaving my pasture.
To go to Jenny's. To be a pet.
Oh.
Not to be eaten. She's in Michigan. Jenny would not eat Polly, trust me. Polly would be a pampered goat. Probably have lots of poison ivy and poison oak to eat too. She'd be happy. Yeah, you could take Polly with you. Then Jenny can have a new dog goat or goat dog, whatever you want to call it. Because they don't really act like goats. Going to an inn before they close for Christmas. I know it's going to be packed. Oh, you're going to Walmart? Awesome. Niles. I thought Niles was in Illinois. Never mind. I don't know geography. Don't pay attention to me. So, Wild Nick, what are you going to Walmart for? Are you going to buy me a toy? Just saying, Double O. Next deer I smack, you can, next deer I crossbow, you can drive down, grab some meat, and then you can run Polly up to Jenny. Do I need an AR? No, I don't need an AR. What I actually, the newest toy that I need, well, I don't really need a toy, but the toy that I would like would be, never mind, I don't think Walmart carries it. I could actually use some new tips for my soldering pencil. That's what I really could use. I think that's about all I can use. I pretty much have everything else. SIGs, yeah. Can always use SIGs, but Walmart's high on their SIGs. Got to go to the tobacco shop for that. There's some really, really cool stuff on the dark web you guys can build if you ever get there. Install the Tor browser and check it out. There's some really interesting news and some really good things to build down there. A lot of free Gerber files. I put up quite a few. I put up 1, 2, 3, 6 things. I put up Gerber files for 6 pieces of hardware you can make.
Have you guys seen that new 5-watt laser you can buy? Yeah, that's true, Wild Nick. There's a lot of stuff on there where when you start looking at the Gerber files for it and you start checking the schematics out, a lot of that stuff is bogus. It'll never work. But there's some really cool stuff on there, especially some of the rewritten coding. Yeah, Jenny, the one that can burn your retina. Yep. Can start fires, can melt through metal, can do all kinds of stuff.
Come on. Go.
And the thing's only like $38. So imagine having that, man, blasting it in somebody's camera, man. You can make them blind for life. I thought you couldn't sell a laser, you know, that had over 0.5 watts, half a watt. Hey, Gray Dude, good to see ya. Oh, you know those toy lasers you buy at the store, Vet Tech? I mean, Kimmy. Those lasers are like really weak. They're only half a watt, and a 5 watts means it's super powerful. And a Gerber file is a file that lets you design electronics, like circuit boards, integrated circuit boards, all kinds of stuff like that. You can lay it out and lay your trace routes and all that. And then you can print it out on your computer using clear film. And then you can put it on a piece of copper and iron it on with heat. You can use heat to transfer it. It'll transfer it to the copper board. Then you immerse that in chemicals, and it eats away all the parts that don't have the black printing from the printer on it. It's pretty cool. Then you can make like your own test stuff and your own things at home without actually having to get a circuit board manufactured or have somebody, you know, submit your design and have somebody make you 1,000 of the boards. You know, it's a good way to make electronic toys for yourself. You know, and then after you get done, you waterproof it and stuff with, like, spray it down with crap like this, liquid tape, to keep it waterproof. And then I have board spray and all that crap. Yeah, I have 2 VPNs, Kimmy. I have a VPN built in my router, and then I also have a VPN on every machine. I went with a cheap VPN because I got a deal on it. So I just went with IPVanish, but there's a lot better VPNs out there. And then I think it's worth it. I mean, but for the average user, I don't really think you need a VPN. But if you start doing weird stuff, then it's probably good to have a VPN.
You find weird stuff.
Yeah, quite a few VPNs get hacked. Yeah, definitely, Wild Nick. I run dual VPNs and the Tor browser. Yeah, price isn't always price isn't really as much of a factor as performance of the VPN.
Right. That's true of any software, though.
I'm not really up to date on all the Windblows products, like Windblows 8, 8.1, Windblows 10. I'm not a fan of Windblows. Yeah, VPN's not a bad idea, Kimmy. Definitely not a bad idea. Definitely the place to go for the most current, up-to-date suggestions. If I were you, I would go to Friends and Code. Just type !nerd. It'll give you both his channels. Subscribe to his channels. Yep, I agree, Wild Nick. I love Linux. Kimmy, you should subscribe to Friends and Code. He does a lot of technical information, up-to-date technical information, not old stuff like I know. I hang out there just to stay current. Because Friends and Code is definitely on top of his game. Yeah, there's quite a few different variations of Linux out there. Plus, the nice thing is you can boot it from a DVD or boot it from a drive if you want. Plus, you can get crazy and make a virtual machine so nobody syskeys you or messes with you. It's real easy to, drop a new image in without having to go through the whole hassle of everything. But yeah, Friends and Code, it's a really cool channel. There's no drama there, which makes it beautiful. And if you have questions, any type of computer questions, he will address it, And if you don't understand the jargon that he uses, he'll break it down into normal words so the average person can understand it.
Those are called layman's terms.
Okay, layman's terms. And you don't have to worry about asking stupid questions because really there are no stupid questions. It's basically a help and learning channel. It's awesome. And the best part is the no drama part, so you don't ever have to hear a whole bunch of drama when you're trying to get information. And he does cool stuff like plays music in the background. People go live and he'll alert you to who's going live. And Nick, I would die without a wife. Then I would have to have a housekeeper, and I couldn't afford one. And I doubt that I would find a housekeeper that would, want to come give me my meds and bring me hot coffee to bed so that I can get out of bed. I think any housekeeper would tell me to go piss up a rope.
You're telling me I'm your housekeeper? I don't keep your house, dude.
No, I'm saying if I didn't have a wife, I would have to
take care of me.
I said if I didn't have a wife, I'd have to hire a housekeeper that I couldn't afford. And I don't think she would bring me coffee to my bed and my medicine so I could get out of bed. She told me to piss up a rope. She'd be like,
She wouldn't give you scullers either.
No, she wouldn't. And she'd be like, you perverted old man. Yeah, definitely spoiled, Nick. Been spoiled for over 20 years.
Actually, I'm the spoiled one. Road takes exceedingly good care of me, so I have no complaints.
Exactly, Jenny. She wouldn't find my Bluetooth.
I wouldn't even look for it.
Housekeeper would just laugh and be like, ah, you stupid old man. Dog, you do not have to cover up your food.
The dog tries to hide her food because she thinks the cat's going to steal it. Meanwhile, the cat has her own food and doesn't really want the dog food, so.
Well, that's just like the dog in the barn.
I don't know. They're weird.
The dog in the barn was actually raised with goats from the time it was 8 weeks old. So the dog thinks it's a goat. It has dog food, $30 a bag for dog food. You get a bag of corn for $5.
And what do you think the dog prefers to eat?
The dog will go eat the corn and the sweet feet, and then it'll go eat its dog food.
Oh, yeah, and it tries to keep the cats away from their dish in the barn, which I'm not really happy about. So, she needs to be retrained a little bit. But
dog's getting senile. She's old.
No, it's this one that's getting senile.
No, that one's just turning into an asswipe.
Mm-hmm.
Rosie's a bully.
She sure knows how to push my buttons, I'll tell you that. She always makes me think she has to go out. So rather than let her pee on the floor, because I know that, as you get older, your bladder can't hold what it used to.
Move, fat dog.
What do? I take her out. When she goes out, she doesn't have to go. She just wants to chase cats.
It means it buffered. Chin is probably below 0.98 megabytes going up.
Doesn't that just figure? Come on, move. Every time I pick up food, it does not mean it's for you, okay?
Everything else spin out over there?
Hang on, I'm trying to get rid of certain things here.
Run a speed test, dear. See where we're at.
Oh, wait.
I think our internet's dying, so I might have to kill this stream. I think I need to come up with a good clickbait title.
What do you mean?
Some crazy title instead of the real thing, like Boring Farm Chat. I need to come up with a title like, I don't know, Mass Murderer on the Loose. Or Santa, Santa sexually assaulted by midgets. There you go, Jenny. Goat ate the Bluetooth. That'd be a good one. Hey, dumbass. That'd be another good one.
Yeah, this thing's loading real slow, dude.
Well, guys, I think I'm going to say goodbye. on the most boring live stream available on YouTube today. And I'm going to go mess around with my network and see if I can do anything to improve my internet speed. Check and see if it's on my end.
Ping 34.
What?
Ping 34.
Well, that's a nice ping.
It's not a bad ping. Hang on for the down.
Merry Christmas to you too, Jenny. Take care, Kimmy. Awesome. Yeah, email me. If I get your email, I will respond with a reply. If I don't reply, it means I didn't get your email. I reply to all my emails that come.
Here we go.
What do you got coming down?
Hang on. $6.12 down.
Whoa.
And up is
What do we got going up?
0.73.
Hey, El Jefe. Good to see you, man. I was just getting ready to kill it, but looks like we just improved. We have almost a megabyte going up to YouTube, so I might be able to hang in there. Man, I'm having issues trying to pull down Auditron streams. Keeps giving me a bunch of crap about it.
I don't tell ya.
I was gonna heist his beatbox from last night. That was pretty awesome, man. It was pretty awesome entertainment. Tank Boy News is live. The guy who never comes to my streams anymore. Now he just sits and does his live stream. I hear you, El Jefe. It's that time of year when everybody's busy. I don't even know the date today, but I know it's getting close to Christmas.
24.
Oh, hell, it's Christmas Eve?
23. Today's 23, I think, isn't it?
I don't know what day it is. And I can't tell on my phone, so. I know it's Tuesday.
23. Okay, today's 24. It's Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas Eve. Holy cow. Christmas Eve, and there's actually people in my stream. That's scary.
There's also bird shit on the floor.
Humbug Eve?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, happy joy to everybody.
Oh, crap.
What? What?
I forgot to grab the pork for dinner.
Oh, wow.
I should probably go get that, huh?
Either do that or we can scrounge tonight. I don't really care, to be honest with you.
Take this over while I run down and get the pork.
Sure. Yeah, we don't usually do much for Christmas. We might make a little something special to eat, and that's about it. Unless we can travel. If we are actually able to travel, we go north and visit the grandkids and the family. And our extended family, which includes in-laws and all that from our kids. which are all pretty cool people, and everybody meets at my daughter-in-law's father's house. And there's like 1 million kids running around and 1 million adults in the kitchen, and there's a ton and a half of great food because the dude is like an awesome cook. And so awesome. Tacos are good. I think Rode just went to get some pork so we can make barbecued pork. I have buns and I got bread, so we're good on that. I think probably tonight I'll go take out a couple of Muscovy ducks or something for tomorrow, and we'll do Muscovy ducks, some homegrown squash, and a bunch of other crap. And maybe I can con him into making a cheesecake. That would be pretty cool. Rode makes the best cheesecakes ever. My tooth is feeling the same as it did yesterday. It's just kind of, it's not throbbing or anything. It's the roof of my mouth is swelled up. I can feel it. Like I can feel it. It's infected, and while it's not incredibly painful, it's highly irritating because I can't close my mouth all the way because my teeth don't meet together because of the swelling. So yeah, but I should be getting some Amoxi here pretty soon, so I will take care of it. In the meantime, tea bag draws with, as hot as I can stand it, Listerine to kill the bacteria, and then top it off with clove oil, and that kind of keeps it as much at bay as I possibly can. Oh. But on a scale of 1 to 10, my pain is not too bad, so I can deal with it.
All right.
Your tooth hurts too? What I really need to do is go have it yanked, but it's I'm afraid it's probably gonna require surgery to get most of it out. So
Muscovy duck for dinner tomorrow?
Muscovy duck, awesome. Muscovy duck for dinner tomorrow. What's that? Is that the ham?
Yep, no.
No?
That's shoulder. We're gonna have
shoulder
barbecued
roast?
pork shoulder.
Oh, awesome. Barbecued pork shoulder, yeah.
Barbecued wild pork.
Yeah, wild boar, of course. Yeah, it looks pretty good. What does it say on there?
Piggy shoulder.
Check that out, guys. Piggy shoulder. Pretty cool. Oh.
My buddy from Tennessee is now in Louisiana.
Slidell. He's in Slidell. They're stopping for the night.
Double zero's got amoxicillin. Send it my way, dude. Only thing we have is injectable penicillin right now.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt bad enough to get a shot yet. When I get desperate, I'll ask. I got the needles. I just don't want to. It's just
Norfcillin, injectable.
because
Cheaper than the hospital.
most people don't know it.
But
a lot of the different penicillins, I think.
Great penicillin.
I think that's the one we normally use right there.
Yeah, that's what we use.
Most people don't know it, but the same thing's packaged for animals for veterinary use is actually the same thing that we get. It's just labeled differently and the dosages are different. You just simply have to do the math. So.
If you had guests come down, he'd bring it down. Cool.
Cool. Yeah, no biggie.
We'll work it out next time I take a deer.
Yeah, we actually know somebody who has Amoxi, and they're gonna bring it. It's just a matter of I have to wait for them to get here. Get some time to come out and drop it, but yeah, we're very lucky. We get
by with a little help from
We
my
get
friends.
by with a lot of help from our
We
friends.
get high with a little help from my friends.
That too.
If you need anybody.
Okay. Careful.
I just want someone to love.
I do love you.
Could it be?
More than anything, my dear. More than anything. You got a lighter on you, by the way?
Of course.
Cool.
Do you have TP for my
My
bunghole?
bunghole. Thank you. What's that? Oh, your huge bullet. Actually, it's not a bullet, it's a lighter.
It's not a bullet. It's turned into a lighter.
Yeah, but it doesn't work.
It does if you put fluid in it.
Right. I don't think we have any fluid in it.
You need to put fluid in here.
Oh, cool. What'll they think of next,
Needs
huh?
a splint too.
Oh, I'm sure those things don't last very long.
Could it be
The flint's probably gone.
anybody?
God, remember when everybody used those lighters? What do they call them? The flip open
Zippo.
Zippos. Yeah, everybody had Zippos, man. That was the shit. Everybody had one.
Yep, I got a crap load of them.
Yeah, you lost the one I had engraved for you.
Yes, I did.
That sucks. I have a feeling it didn't get lost.
I think someone stole
I
it.
have a feeling your ex hiked it because she didn't want you to have it.
Probably.
Because I gave it to you.
Probably.
Yeah, that's more like it. That's all right.
Yeah, it is a 50 cal.
I got her one over, man. She's still jealous. I got a ½ carat more than she did for an engagement ring, and mine is set in platinum. And my diamond was specifically chosen and custom. The rings were custom made, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, so was the cut.
Yeah, she's about.
Your cut's not a normal cut.
No, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Custom
And
cut.
yeah, she about fell over with jealousy when she saw it.
Yeah, but you were smart. You didn't throw yours out the window.
Well, hey, that's her fault, man. Why would you, even if we were to split up and get divorced, I would never throw a diamond ring out the window, man. That's pawnable material. That's saleable material. That's money in your pocket right there. Why would you wing it out a car window when you got mad? And that's what she did. He got her a really nice ring, and she got all pissed off at him and threw it out the car window. Can you even imagine?
When you marry violent women.
Can you even imagine? I could not even imagine doing that, man, And that's my retirement fund, man.
Yep.
It's worth something, so. And it's not about the money, but I mean, once you're gone, if I need money, I have it.
Yeah.
So.
So you could live for years just off my crap you'll never use.
That's pretty much. As long as eBay hangs around, as long as there are auctions and sales and all that, a way to get to people.
Just my electronics alone.
Just your electronics, just the crap we have stored everywhere.
Exactly.
We have I got boxes and boxes of antique glassware and all that other stuff, man. It's worth something.
Yep.
But, no, when it comes to her, I'm not a violent person at all, But when it comes to her, I don't despise her for what she did to him for leaving him. He's an adult, he can deal with that stuff. It's the harm she did to the children. Who walks out on their own children that they gave birth to? I just can't. I can't wrap my brain around that. So
I'm going to have to thaw this a little bit or it's not going in.
that's fine. Throw some water on it. That should work.
Unless you want to help me.
Help you what?
I got an idea.
Oh, I don't really feel like it. Oh, whoa! I almost burned you, baby.
Oh.
I got you
Hag's
though.
attacking me. Hag's attacking me.
No, I'm not. Now, when it comes to her, I always say all I need is a dark alley and no witnesses. She would be the only person in the whole world that I would
You do know back in the day,
commit violence upon and walk away, and it wouldn't bother me at all. What?
back in the day, before 911 was emergency,
Mm-hmm.
do you remember what the emergency number was?
No.
Remember when we had party lines?
No.
You don't remember when you had to dial like Hazel 45?
Oh, I remember when you could actually just dial the last 4 numbers of your number,
Yeah,
and you could get like your neighbors or whoever.
yeah, that's when there were still party lines.
Okay.
Okay.
When there were still operators. And shit.
Yep. You know what the emergency number used to be?
No. Tell me.
999 on a rotary phone.
Really?
Yeah, you dialed 999.
I did not know that.
Yep.
What the fuck are you doing?
Time for the bone saw, people.
Are you gonna leave a pile of pork on the floor? I'm getting out of here. I don't want to get hit with bone dust.
Well, it's going to be meat dust more than anything. I'm just sawing on the pork all the live long day. Yep, it's a bone saw, Jenny Jones. It's for butchering. It's for like when you're cutting steaks and stuff. It's actually a saw to cut through the bones.
Yeah, we usually use it to like take the neck off the deer or whatever.
A buddy of mine, Vaughn, he's a butcher. He's been a butcher for Jewel since he was like 18
Careful, watch
years
your
old.
wires here. You're gonna end up fucking up your wiring.
And he hooked me up with a butcher's glove, this bone saw,
Bunch of knives.
whole
really
bunch
nice
of butcher knives and stuff, so that
He's last to a dying breed.
so I can process my own deer. Which sucks because I used to have it made. All I used to have to do was kill a deer and skin it, and he'd come over and he'd cut the whole thing up for me in a matter. In like an hour and a half, he'd have a whole deer butchered and packaged.
I would do the packaging, and I couldn't even keep up with the man. And that guy could get so close to the bone, man. He could strip it down to a skeleton in like no time flat. And he would have like a pile of roast, a pile of steaks, a pile of stew meat, a pile of this, a pile of that, and he'd be like, "Man, you're going so slow." And he would just like whip that shit out, man. It was unreal to watch.
That's what wild boar looks like.
But we
when
don't
it's
have.
cut open. I don't know how good of a picture you're gonna get, but
We
I'm
don't-
trying, guys.
Yeah, we don't have butcher apprentices anymore. You know, they don't. It's a dying breed, and it's a shame. Everything comes into our country already cut up. You know, all we do is repack it and throw it on the shelves for sale.
I don't know if you guys are subscribed to Bruce Down Under, but Bruce Down Under is also a butcher, a retired butcher.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually, it comes in handy to have stuff like that, like a bone saw. You know, just
A
in
mesh
case,
glove.
just in case you have a body you got to get rid of, you know.
Unless you own pigs, then you don't
Unless
have to
you
worry
own
about it.
pigs.
Then you just go out there with your
Or a really,
metal detector and make sure there's no fillings left over.
or a really deep outhouse. That'll do it too. Or a bathtub full of acid, you know.
Alright guys, time to fire up the pressure cooker.
He's gonna throw it in the pressure cooker. Whoa! We got a mountain coming down on us over here. There we go. Alright.
Pressure cooker is engaged.
Pressure cooker engaged. We
have
will
power.
have meat shortly. Yeah, that stuff don't take long. So, you're probably gonna want me to locate the barbecue sauce, right?
You are correct.
Okay.
Going to
Here's
clean
an
up
open one.
with bone saw cleaned up real quick.
think we only have one open one. Oh, wait. There are two that are open here. One is honey. Oh, they're both honey barbecue. Okay. Cool. There you go.
Okay.
Got two things of barbecue sauce here. I don't know if that should be enough.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Barbecue pork tonight. Yeah. Barbecued wild boar, actually. God, my hair looks terrible. I look like I have a pile of hay on top of my head. I look awful.
Anybody close enough to come and get some is more than welcome.
Yep.
If you want to die by my cooking,
Nobody dies by
please
your
come.
cooking. You are an awesome chef. Nobody's even gotten sick from your cooking.
You're just prejudiced, man.
Well, I might be a little biased. That's
You
true.
are.
He is a really good cook. He's a better cook than I am.
My only claim to fame is cheesecake.
And that's not your only claim to fame.
My biggest claim.
Your biggest claim, maybe. You make awesome apple butter. You make awesome apple jelly. What else does he make that's really good? Oh, when he cooks the ducks. They're
Raspberry
pretty
jelly.
damn good. He makes excellent raspberry jelly. He strains all the seeds out of raspberry jam, which makes it even better.
It's not jam, it's jelly.
Well, same thing.
No, jam has the crap
Well,
in it.
yeah. What? Never mind. That's not really what I meant.
Gotcha.
It's all canned. But anyway, what else do you make that's really good? He makes everything good. There's not much that's not good.
People seem to like
So.
that pickled garlic.
A mallet. What the heck would you use a mallet for in butchering? Would that be for killing?
Oh, tenderize?
Oh, to tenderize? Well, yeah, well, I don't have one of those. I do packed away somewhere. I have my mom's old metal tenderizer thing. Probably from like the 40s or 50s. Packed in a box somewhere.
Other than that, I'm unaware of anything. But there might be something. I don't know everything.
Well, I don't know how, I don't know the older methods for dispatching animals on the farm for your own killing. We used to just,
It's called a brick.
well,
That's how I kill possums.
yeah, but for larger animals, we usually just shoot them.
Or the way they used to do cows was they take a hand sledge and number 8 spike, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, I don't like that method.
Yeah, they put it right on top of the cow's
Or
head.
the nail gun. Yeah, I don't
Well,
like
it
those
wasn't a nail
methods.
gun
It's not
back then.
cool, man.
The nail gun is driven by either hydraulics or pneumatics.
No, I like it.
They used to use a hand sledge.
I
And a spike.
prefer the quickest kill possible, so there is absolutely no suffering, no fear. Tenderizer, yep.
Yeah, I have one made out of aluminum.
Yeah, I've got I don't know what the one I have is made out of.
But
It feels like steel.
I don't usually use that. I usually use a fork to tenderize.
Yeah,
But
Yep.
You use the mallet for when you make tenderloins.
actually I
Pound them
don't.
out. Well, how do you pound them out then?
With my hands.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Because I press them so hard into the breading so it sticks. Because my breading is different. Most people use like either a flour or a cornbread or a corn flake, crushed, that kind of thing, based breading. The breading that I use is nothing more than crushed saltines. That's it. Crushed saltines. I dip them in an egg bath, and I start with small pieces, like probably, I don't know, 2 inches by 2 inches, maybe 3 inches by 3 inches of like cutlets, tenderloin cutlets. And then after the egg bath, I press them into the breading so hard so the breading sticks that the meat actually spreads out. But the tenderloin is nice and soft anyway. So, yeah, that's how I do it. So,
I need to
I need to get my ass in gear and make that banana bread.
Yeah, let me know when you're gonna do it for sure, and I'll take the bananas out because I don't want to waste them.
Okay.
Tonight's probably not the best night.
No, we're not doing it tonight.
No, and I've also got some zucchini that needs to be processed. So, when you're in the mood for baking banana bread, we can do zucchini bread at the same time, and I will shred the zucchini.
Maybe we'll do it tomorrow because I have
I don't care.
coconut flour.
Yeah, I would love it with coconut flour. We also have cocoa, don't we?
Why? You want chocolate?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I have some German chocolate.
I mean, I don't want to, don't make them all chocolate because not everybody likes it that way, but
I have German chocolate.
everything's better with chocolate. That's the way I look at it.
Yes, I have German chocolate left.
Okay, that sounds really good. We have chocolate chips too, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Awesome. That's the shit, people. Banana bread and zucchini bread with chocolate chips. No nuts. Unless they're powdered, like ground down to a powder, because I can't chew nuts. So, and
Oh, my nuts.
yeah, I knew that was coming.
These nuts.
Yeah, some of those mallets are pretty heavy.
Why are you showing me disconnected?
The one I have is just regular kitchen size. One side has like those little nubs on it for little points on it for one kind of tenderizing, and the other side actually, I don't know, it's really strange. It's got like these little teeth that come out, and I don't even know how to explain it. I would have to dig it out of a box, and I'm not sure where the box is, but it's like one of those older ones where it's got like loose pieces. Like they're not, I don't even know how to describe it, honestly. It's strange. It's probably from the 50s or the 40s. I'm sure everybody has seen one. But that's the one I was handed down.
I think I'm going to try to go live on my new phone tonight.
Yeah, it's got like these little blades that come out of it. They're real short. And you just start hitting the meat with it, and it definitely tenderizes it. But honestly, we really haven't had to tenderize anything in a long time, man. The venison here is pretty tender. We let it hang for, a few days at least. Unless we get really warm weather, in which case we will just cut it in quarters and chill it down and then cut it up later and then use vinegar to pull the blood out. But I prefer to let it hang because that loosens the muscles and everything and helps to tenderize it and it lets all the blood drain out. So that's probably the better way to, less work involved. Right. Definitely. Swiss steak. My grandma used to make pepper steak using round steak, and round steak is not always the best steak. So she would tenderize it, and she would cook that stuff all day long, and I'll tell you what, it did come out nice and tender. It was good. And we'd have lots of onions and lots of green pepper strips. It was delicious. My mom used to chase us around with either broomsticks, breadboards, or wooden spoons. And then she would get all mad if she couldn't catch us. And we would run around the kitchen table, She couldn't catch us. And, it would be like, wait till your father gets home. When she said that, we knew we were in trouble. So my dad wouldn't chase you. if he called you, you just better listen. You know, Willow Branch. Well, he had a nice leather belt, and he would snap that thing and make all these noises with it, and it used to scare the hell out of us when we were kids. I tell you what, pain is an excellent motivator. You know, the way I see it as part of the problem today is that, you know, government has taken our ability to adequately discipline our children out of our hands, you know. You don't have to beat your kids. You don't have to hurt them. But there's nothing wrong with a spanking when they need it, you know. That's the way I look at it. I got spanked. I turned out all right. I don't know why, you know. We spanked our kids. They turned out okay. So I have never seen a kid that, you know, was sent to his room or got timeouts. Never saw that turn out exactly as you would expect or exactly as they say. I have basically seen that. You know, kids can amuse themselves, so, you know. Oh, yeah, if my dad said something, you better listen the first time, you know. If you didn't, you were in big trouble. My dad would find the one thing that you wanted or the one thing that you wanted to do, and he would take that away as we got older, you know. Once we were too old to get spanked, then it became, oh, yeah, that's right. You wanted to go out this weekend with your friends, didn't you? You ain't going. And that would really suck, especially if we had like concert tickets or something, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to. Never mind. You're not. You're on your computer. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to read the settings on Bluetooth. It's telling me to go fuck myself.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Jenny. I had one opportunity to get it right, and if I didn't, we got in trouble.
Okay. Didn't want to do that for me, huh?
What?
He's being a pain in the ass.
I have no idea what you're doing.
I'm mumbling.
You're mumbling?
Yeah.
He's mumbling.
I am trying to get my shit to work properly.
Okay. Oh, speaking of willow branches, man, when I was a kid, we had this awesome willow tree. You know, the one with the hanging branches? A weeping willow, that's what they called. We had a huge one at the bottom of our property, and there was a fence like right under where all the branches hung. And we would gather big armloads of the branches, climb the fence, and swing. And we would have hours of fun just doing that. It was great. I love that tree. Oh, when we got to be adults, my brother cut it down. I can't believe he did that.
Soon.
Well, I hear the steam gathering in the pressure cooker, or it's gathering up pressure. So, it's amazing how quickly an electric pressure cooker will cook. It's like, you know, what would normally take, a couple of hours?
Yep.
In a regular oven or on a stove?
Yep.
Takes 20 minutes?
About that.
In the pressure cooker. It does the same thing. It makes it more tender. It's just amazing. We have always used pressure cookers, though, even the old ones with the big heavy gauge and the weight on top. Yeah. Until your ex exploded it. And then we had to get another one. She was cooking ribs and beans. I will never forget. That was like long, long ago, man. And she, you can't walk away from those things. You have to watch the heat and the pressure and all that, And she walked away and just let it do its thing. And boy, did it do its thing. It exploded. She was lucky there was nobody in that kitchen at the time. There were beans embedded in the drywall. That's how high a pressure it was under. It was pretty sad.
Yeah, it exploded pretty good.
It did explode pretty good, man. Like I said, man, I was picking beans out of the drywall.
Oh, I gotta check this.
Hello, Mr. Jones.
Hello, I love you. Won't you tell me?
Yeah, we had to go pick the belt, and if we brought back the canvas belt and not the leather one, we were in more trouble. So you might as well just bring the belt, bring the leather belt, because then you would get the normal amount of spankings instead of more. Oh, we did all that kind of stuff too. We used to take like the ragweed or the goldenrod stems, and we would whittle them down with our pocket knives and actually make spears out of them and chuck them at each other.
Man, I'll tell you what, the bait's almost ready.
The bait?
Yeah.
Do not open that inside the house, please. I beg of you.
I won't.
He's got some meat in a jar, in a ball jar.
It's glands too.
And glands from some animal.
Urine.
And what?
Urine.
And urine. Lovely. What a mixture, huh?
And some honey.
And some honey, and it's bait.
And a little bit of molasses.
Oh yeah, everybody had a pocket knife.
Homemade trapping lure.
I mean, everybody had a pocket knife. When we were kids, that's one of the first things you got was a pocket knife. And I mean, we used to bring in, you bring your pocket knife in for show and tell, no big deal. We would
be able to bring guns.
We would bring in you bring in your little varmint rifles as show and tell, and it was no big deal.
Your new shotgun you got for Christmas.
Yeah, or you get a new 20 gauge or a 410 or a whatever, and 12 gauge, and you bring it in for show and tell, and it was no big deal. Now that's a huge deal. Has anybody seen the new advertisement on TV for family fire? And I use air quotations there. That's when you get, shot at home on accident by a family-owned gun. And the commercial goes on to say it's because people don't secure their weapons. They don't mention anything about educating your family so they know what it is, what it does, what it's capable of, how to use it properly, when not to use it. They leave that part completely out.
Yeah, they have like some 6 or 8 year old kid.
Yeah, they have a kid that's old enough to hunt.
Guns?
A kid that's old enough to typically to hunt with dad, going, Dad, do we have any guns? And he wants to know why the kid wants to know. He's like, why do you ask? By that time, our kids already knew. They were already going out coon hunting and squirrel hunting and all kinds of stuff, They knew very well that you didn't touch guns unless you asked, and then Dad went with you. Or,
They all had their own guns.
Yeah, they had their own guns, I remember the what was that Christmas? They got 4 tons for Christmas.
No,
20 gauges. Yeah, that's what it was. They each got a 20 gauge for Christmas. I mean, education is what this country's lacking, honestly. Well, exactly. They want people scared and ignorant. Exactly. They want America to hand over their guns and go, here, we're in fear. You protect us. When we can protect ourselves.
Oh, Mr. Jones doesn't have any clothes. Not many people garden or can. All right, Mr. Jones should be closed now.
Well, I'll give you a little piece
I
of
gave you
information. There's no such thing as a green thumb. It's all knowledge. It's all applied knowledge. That's it.
But there is such a thing as a green wiener. Ask QT.
That I wouldn't know.
Just ask QT. He'll tell you.
Actually, anybody could garden. It just takes a little bit of reading, a little bit of know-how. Anybody can grow a plant successfully. You just have to understand the science, and it's not that tricky. I have too. When I was 13, I got a terrarium for my birthday, and it was shaped like a little mushroom. You guys remember those? And it had like a little button fern and a couple other little things in it, and it was kind of cool. I had that thing for a long time.
Richard Carew video went up.
Yep, knowledge and reading, that's all it takes. That's all it takes for a lot of things, you know. The information is out there, free for the learning. That's why I don't understand, you know, why people remain so ignorant of things. You know, if you want to know something, go read. See, but that's part of the problem, though, you know. People are taught what to think, not how to think.
And if you're too lazy to read, just ask QT. He'll tell you.
But, I mean, that's how I learned, you know. And you have to read... You have to read a wide variety of sources because they won't all tell you the same thing. And basically what I do is I read a wide variety of sources and I go by what the majority, you know, what the majority say. Or I try something for myself. And if it doesn't work, then I know I have to keep looking. I have to keep searching for the information I need. You know, it's just like it took me a really long time to learn that growing things in the confined space of a container is way different than growing them in the ground. Because in the ground, you have Mother Nature to help, you know. It's not a sterile environment. It's, you know, you have worms and fungi and nematodes and all kinds of little insects and other things, a little army basically, helping to aerate the soil, helping to turn decaying matter into usable plant food that is ready for uptake by roots, you know. And in the confined space of a container, you don't have that. So you know, you have to recreate that. You have to make sure that your medium is aerated. I build my own soil for potting. I use fir bark. I use perlite, coarse perlite, turfus, chicken grit, which is basically just granite chips. You can also use like cherry stone or lava rock as long as the pieces are basically all uniform. You never want to have different layers in a container because what you're creating is a perched water table where as you water, the moisture will where the moisture will hang up at the bottom of one layer before it passes into another, and you'll actually drown your roots. Because roots need oxygen. You know, they don't need that long to uptake enough moisture or nutrition. You know, when you water them, which is why I use such an aerated, it's a much grittier soil. You know, it's got larger pieces. And that's what I use for all of my container plants, from orchids to cacti and everything in between. I only have to repot once every 3 or 4 years. I water thoroughly. It's the only place, my houseplants are the only place that I use a liquid plant fertilizer, and I also add micronutrients. And with a grittier soil, often you have to water more often than you would if you used like a finer soil, but it doesn't sit in a mud ball around the root, around the root ball there. It doesn't drown the roots. So it took me a long time to find all that information and try it out for myself and see that it works. But I mean, when you think about it, this is the same type of medium that bonsai growers use. And they've been growing those trees in some of those pots for thousands of years. So they're doing something right, A can of green beans. How often should you water a can of green beans? I think you should drain the water out. They're already soggy, and full of sodium.
And saltpeter.
And saltpeter?
Yeah.
Lovely. Just what I want to eat. Looks nuclear. Soil drainage is absolutely key. And if that requires taking a little piece of string and taping it to a drainage hole and helping that water to escape more, it's basic physics. That's all it is. It's just basic physics. Whereas in a garden you don't have that. Mother Nature works for you. Everything that's crawling around underneath there is aerating the soil, creating little trails and holes, and of course the water can keep going.
You can actually buy preservatives from your local pharmacy. You know that, right?
Oh, sure you can.
Food.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, you think about it, and there isn't one place that sells that. I mean, only your specialty garden stores sell like prepackaged bonsai soil, or excuse me, bonsai soil, and it's usually only sold in small packages, and it's rather expensive. But you can make that stuff yourself. I actually buy a product called Reptibark. It's a bark. It's bedding for reptiles. You can get it at like PetSmart. And I buy the small bag because the smaller bags, for some reason, can contain the right size particles that I'm looking for. And then I use Mana Pro granite chips, it's actually grit for chickens. And I use that, and I mix that with either turfus or coarse perlite. And if I do want a little bit more moisture retention, I can throw in like a hand of potting soil. High quality potting soil, not the crap sold at Walmart, I saw an article about the giant wasps that are coming out of the Orient, I believe, and they just killed a bunch in Canada somewhere. And they're actually, they're killing our honeybees.
I have to do this.
And their stings are supposed to be pretty evil too. But yeah, I heard about that.
I think I'm gonna go live tonight with my new phone, or try to.
That's fine. You want to take over here?
Not yet.
Well, I need to sit pretty soon, so let me know, because my back is killing
in
me
just a
from
minute.
standing here.
I'm
Okay.
programming my computer to do a disk check on restart.
Okay. I have not seen one. We have some pretty big bees around here. They're actually borer bees.
Yeah, the wood borer.
The wood borer,
bees.
yeah, and they make holes like in the framework of everything. Like I see them coming out of the framework of the 2x4s and 4x4s of our loafing sheds and stuff.
I'm gonna need you to help me too.
Help you what?
I'm gonna need you to take care of this for me.
Take
since
care of
you
what
can see
for you?
better. Tighten the hinges on the screws on my glasses.
Oh, let me get my glasses.
Well, you can do it later after I take over.
All right.
All right. Like I said, I'll be with you in a minute. I just got to make sure my
Yeah, I would really. I would like to get some bees. I know it's going to be a lot more work, and I'm not honeybees. Raising honeybees for honey is something I've ever done. So
My software's working. We're
I
good.
need to do a lot of reading before I'm ready for anything like that. But all right, go ahead, take over, and I will get my glasses and I'll see about tightening yours.
Awesome.
No, dog, you're not going anywhere.
3/8 holes
Where you went?
is what we have here, QT.
We're fine.
It's a 3/8 hole.
All right, let's see what we got. See, these are my glasses. Don't I just look lovely? Okay.
Yeah, we haven't gotten into bees yet.
No, I would like to, but it's
next year I want to grow mushrooms and mealworms.
I know that having bees is going to be a lot of work, so I want to be ready for it. You know what I mean?
I'm more interested in the mushrooms.
Gee.
Oh, I am.
Gosh, I want
And the
why.
mealworms. Mealworms are awesome to grow
Okay,
too.
get this motherfucker out of here, will ya?
Hey, Wobbly, good to see ya.
Never mind, I got it. Holy fuck! What the hell are they in here with?
How's things your way, mate? QT, you're like my kids. They used to take their fishing poles when I wouldn't take them fishing, put a worm on it, catch a bird,
Damn it!
and then take the bird out, hook the hook in their buttholes, and fly them around the sky until they couldn't fly anymore.
Yeah, it was pretty cruel, actually.
They'd let them fly away and reel them in, fly away, reel them in, fly away, reel them
So
in.
these are too big. Sorry.
All of them?
Yep. Every last one.
Okay, let me get you another.
I need smaller. Here, they're in here, I think.
Yep. There's a million different bits in there you can use.
So all I need is one that's smaller than these. Let's see what we got here. Oh.
Holy cow, Wobbs. It's Christmas where you're at? Awesome. We're still on Christmas Eve, dude.
Merry Christmas!
Yeah, my kids used to do it with birds. And till they made me crazy enough to take them fishing. It worked every time, too.
Well, yeah, it's not something you want the neighbors watching your kids do.
Well, at least they didn't catch songbirds or anything. They just caught those grackles.
Yeah. Which are irritating birds anyway.
Right.
Still, it's not cool to torture animals, dude.
Sweet. Thanks, Wobbs.
It's just
Smelly
cool.
Christmas sparks to all.
Awesome.
70 degrees in Georgia. It's 50 degrees in
50
Illinois.
Something here, yeah.
50-something in
Yeah,
Illinois.
we had a beautiful day. I went out early and opened the barn up to catch some of that sunshine.
Definitely not a typical Christmas here, but there is.
Okay, dude, I did the best I could. It should be good enough.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
49 in Colorado, friends. Wow.
Yeah, but hey, there's no climate change going on.
Mr. Jones says 21 in Maine.
Damn. Well, Maine is kind of pretty far north, so.
Still, it could be colder than that. 48 in Upper Illinois.
Damn, this thing sucks, man.
Poured rain for 48 hours where Josh is, and Jenny Jones says it's 41 in Michigan.
Damn.
All right, Wobbs. While you're gone, I'll just make the wiener go across the bottom. 68 in South Carolina says Swamp Fox News, Cooks and Reviews. Hey, Swamp Fox, good to see ya. Welcome to the most boring live stream on YouTube today.
Yep. We have successfully taken care of all of the farm animals, and now we're just hanging out, chilling out, chatting, waiting for to throw some barbecue sauce on it and mow down.
What are you cooking today, Swamp Fox?
We're doing wild boar, and we got a duck out for tomorrow.
put on a bra? Josh, I don't have a bra to wear. Hag doesn't wear bras.
Fuck no,
The only
man.
time she puts on a bra is if we go like to the doctor's office or something. Otherwise, she doesn't wear a titty holder.
Fuck no.
Too much work to take those things off.
Dude, women were not meant to have their tits shoved up under their chin and pushed together. Okay? It's very uncomfortable.
I like the bouncing boobies.
You know, you wonder how come women have breast cancer so often. I think that's a little bit of a part of it. It's not the whole story. I think our diet plays a bigger part. But, you know, I wasn't born with a bra.
All right, Swamp Fox is
I ain't
making
wearing one now.
Dundee cake.
And no, I do not kick them down the street. They're actually pretty perky for not wearing a bra my whole life, huh?
Yes, Josh, we watched your lactating video. We watched it. Once you got off panel, we bailed it.
Now, let's remember, they're not exactly toys for men.
We saw
They have a purpose.
we saw the cousin it moments.
The cat is enjoying the heater. Oh, I'm sorry, kitty. I didn't mean to make you want to move there.
You're lucky I'm not good at video editing or Photoshop. Otherwise, I'd take that and I'd fire up Flash and I'd make something hilarious out of that. Even funnier than it was.
All right, what the hell here? Oh, there we go. Okay.
I tried conning Hagen to do it and she refuses to do it. So
What? Do what?
that stuff in Photoshop and Flash, making that video of Josh.
Oh, no.
That's cool.
I'll pass. Dude, I did my time in Photoshop years and years ago. I used that for years.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm kind of done. I don't actually have it on the laptop I'm using right now, so.
Well, I could put it on in
I
5
don't want
minutes.
you to, or just slow up the machine. I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, now with all the evolution of Windows, it's so bogus because now if you have Adobe Creative Suite, they want you to pay monthly to use, you know, the Adobe products. It's so bogus. Total scam.
Your best computer programs are free. Because knowledge should be shared freely. Wow, we got a lot of coffee grounds to throw out in the garden, huh?
Yes, we do.
Awesome.
I'm going to have to get rid of some of these people who keep messaging me.
I watered all my plants today and I gave everybody fertilizer, but not a lot, just a week bit of it because it is cold out. They are actually in a rest period right now. Most of my plants are hippiestrums, in case anyone is interested.
I'm going to have to put that on my community page, Josh.
I have some chalice vines. I have a crinum.
Unadulterated, Joshua Haynes.
And I have one orchid. It's a small dendrobium. It blooms every other year.
That's hilarious, Josh.
What?
Josh's picture. His thong picture.
Okay.
Jenny wants to know how does she make her hydrangeas stay blue? Here, take
I honestly don't know if this will turn them blue or not, but it has to do with the pH of the soil. I know that much. My grandmother used to take like a handful of rusty nails or tacks, you know, like thumbtacks, rusty thumbtacks, and just throw them under the plant. And she would let the iron,
you know what
change that.
you should
What?
do? You should suggest to Jenny to subscribe to Don's channel, Don Chase.
Don Case.
Well, whatever. I can't.
Does he have his own channel now?
I don't know, but he was gonna get it. Once he gets his channel, that would be a great place for information.
Yeah, once a channel going, because he's going to start one. He just made a move halfway across the country, and he's going to be working in some state parks. So, I believe he's going to start to throw up some. Yeah. He's going to start to throw up some videos of
All kinds
nature
of
walks.
stuff.
He's he's a tree person. I can't remember what they call those. There's a name for it, but anyway, he's very knowledgeable when it comes to gardening, plants, trees,
All that stuff.
super knowledgeable. So he would be able to tell you about hydrangeas. I just know it has to do with the pH of the soil. I believe hydrangeas are ones that I believe they like acidic soil. They like their soil a little more acidy than a lot of other plants. The same, I believe the same goes for rhododendrons and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a shrub person. I know more about roses. I can help you with that. I know there's a lot of fallacies out there about roses, and I can tell you that there is a saying for roses that holds 100% true, and that is, the first year they sleep, the second year they creep, and the third year they leap. And that means basically the first year, what they're doing is they spend time setting down a good root structure. And that's where they put most of their energy into. The second year, they start growing a little bit. They don't necessarily bloom a lot or anything, but they start putting out a little bit of growth. And by the third year, if they like where they're at and they're being treated well, and they are heavy feeders and heavy waterers, but they do like good drainage, by the third year, they'll start really giving you a nice show. So I know that much about roses. And then when it comes to pruning roses, there are all kinds of different schools of thought on that, but you can prune them exactly how you want. No, it's not instant, you know. Most perennials are the same way, you know, except for like bulbs, for instance. Well, no, that's not true either, though, because like amaryllis, for instance, the first thing they do is set down decent roots. Then you'll see growth. So, you know, it's actually true of most plants. Once
Amaryllis don't just die after Christmas.
Oh, no, I treat my amaryllis bulbs exactly as I would any other house plant. Their normal bloom time is spring. So I allow mine to bloom in the spring. And, you know, actually it's more like late spring, early summer they start blooming, but
You don't freeze them.
yeah, I don't freeze them. You can give them a cool period if you want, like, you know, put them in a basement or wherever. As long as they don't freeze, they'll be fine. If they window in pots, and you know, in the spring they start popping out new growth, and then they bloom. And once I do my own pollinating, and I do cross pollinating so I can get seeds and you know, to try new things. And yeah, it's all pretty cool. It's all pretty interesting.
Figure out the technical name.
Yep, you can do that too. You can put them in the basement. I don't, like I say, I just treat them as regular house plants. I don't care if they bloom at Christmas or not. So, you know, I allow mine to revert right back to their
And you breed
normal,
them.
and I breed them. Yes. It actually, you know, as far as, you know, breeding plants goes, amaryllis are one of the most fun and easy ones to try. So are daylilies. Daylilies are incredibly easy to do too. You know, you can cross different kinds and see if you come up with viable seeds. If you do it outside, you want to make sure you have like little cheesecloth or mesh bags that you can, you know, once you do the pollinating, that you can put over the flower so that, you know, other pollinators don't come and cross-contaminate it. But oh yeah, I know, I love the size of the flowers and the different varieties. They are so much fun to watch grow, man. My favorite colors are the green ones, like I think I have one called Emerald. That was a cool one. My very favorite is the Papilio butterfly. Love that one. I have a young one. At one time, I had over 300 different varieties. I'm very into bulbs. I've always been absolutely fascinated with bulbs. That's the one thing I don't really have a handle on, although I suppose it's like growing any other plant, you know? If I have decent soil for it and I take care of it the right way, it should grow and bud up just the way I need, you know? But yeah, Jenny, that's one of the things that I retain a lot of knowledge about is gardening and growing things. So I'm in charge of all that. It's basically why we have all the things growing out here. In spring, once spring rolls around and as the things, as things grow and change, I'll do a few garden walks around the yard and I'll show you what I have left out there. Hydro is pretty cool. I don't like coconut. If it's the finer shredded coconut husks, they retain way too much water and I don't like them. But you can. I mean, it all depends. For hydro, I would actually probably go semi-hydro and use like what do you call it? The Leica, the little clay balls. That's what I would use. I have a large bag of those somewhere here. I was gonna do some orchids semi-hydro, and I never got around to it, but that was gonna be one of my projects. But I don't want to kill anything, so I have actually seen amaryllis done semi-hydro, where they sit, the bottom of the bulb sits, because you don't want to harm that basal plate, but the bottom of the bulb sits right above the water level, and you have to be very careful watching that water level. And then the roots grow down in between. Usually use like little glass marbles, and you can actually, if you have it in like a glass vase, you can watch the roots grow. And then once the roots come in, then the plant starts to grow. So I actually have the Hippiastrum Bible. I forget who wrote it, but a woman put out a really great book on Hippiastrums, and it's got a lot of history. It tells you a lot about the different species types as well as the hybrids. It's pretty cool. And that's a book I actually paid decent money for, but I'm glad to have it. Still, most gardening books don't tell you about using a grittier, more substantial type of medium in containers, and I don't know why. Yeah, I've got a pretty decent collection of gardening books myself and magazines. The Garden Gate was always one of my favorites, Horticulture Magazine. And then there's several others out there that, Birds and Blooms. More moist, humid environment, and I don't have that.
Moist. Moist. Yeah, moist.
Yeah, I know, I said moist. What, does that make you laugh?
Yes, moist.
But yeah, I've tried to grow Venus flytraps and all that, and the environment here the air is way too dry. I can't maintain the humidity necessary. Hello, Auditron, how are ya? Oh, what's up? Oh, we're just talking about gardening and growing things, and
Moist.
Rode is laughing. He's got the word moist stuck in his head, and he's laughing. I don't know why it struck him as so hilarious, but anyway. Your pressure cooker just went off.
Yes, I'm going to pay attention to it here.
But yeah, since it's dry, there's, you know, I'm kind of limited in what will grow optimally here. Amaryllis really aren't that picky about that, you know, whether the air is dry or moist. So, you know, they do pretty good here. The crenum is doing okay. I've got rain lilies. What else do I have? I've got a couple different cactus types that flower. I've got a mother-in-law's tongue, Sansevieria. I think everybody has one of those. I actually have it in too much sunlight. The leaves are turning yellowish, so I got to move that back out of the way and replace it with, put one of my other plants further up. Oh, and I have a wax plant. I've got a Hoya hanging from it's in a basket. Our growing season, you mean outside, is probably from what? Technically, okay, this is technically our last frost date is supposed to be somewhere around May 15th, but it's been within the last, like, what, decade or two, it's been a little, you know, we can plant a little earlier than that. So I want to say probably the beginning of May and lasting all the way up until October. So we have a pretty decent, you know, growing season here. It's pretty long. And then inside, you know, if you've got either an east or a south window, south is probably preferable. I have an east window that I use, and morning sun is probably best for most of my house plants. I do have a south window, but it's shaded by a couple of sycamores in summer, so it doesn't really do me much good to put plants there. And the stairwell is cold in winter, so unless it's a plant that's resting, I don't usually use that area. Plus, the cat sits up in the window, so I don't want her knocking anything down. You have that urge to pull it out, Auditron? Go ahead, reach right in. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Tell Auditron to type exclamation point audit.
Auditron, type exclamation point audit. Oh, I don't care if you're kidding or not. It's okay. Everybody gets boogers, dude. There you go. Thank you, Nightbot. Oh, I lost my light again. What the heck? I need my lighter. No, I'll just grab mine. It'll be easier. All right, there we go. Oh, yeah, and I have some chalice vines, Jenny. They grow like weeds. I have to keep cutting them back. I actually got to the point where I had so many of them from cuttings that I let a bunch of them die outside. I just let the frost take them because it was just way too many. I didn't have the window space for them. But actually, out in the gardens at one point in time, we planted about 8 acres of roses, both species and hybrids, of all different kinds, from miniature to some of your larger climbing roses, like Paul's Himalayan, which gets huge in the right circumstances, and peony trees. I've got a pair of absolutely gorgeous star magnolias, hostas, ferns, all kinds of stuff, trillium in the shaded areas. What else? Oh, there's an absolute ton of different kinds of irises, different kinds of daylilies, columbine, wild columbine. lily of the valley, different kinds of lilies, bulbs, tulips, what else? Daffodils, you name it. And at one point in time, they were everywhere. Like probably 15 years ago, I was in good enough shape where I double dug, amended, and planted about 8 full acres of gardening space. Um, you know, stripped the sod, did the whole nine. And yeah, I've still got my mom's irises and daylilies from her garden. I think I have one regular peony out there, and it's just your regular average old single pink. It's really pretty though. It's really pretty. And then I have Russian sage, blue sage. We have quite a few herbs out there. There's actually a lot of stuff still growing out there, but I have allowed nature to take over, and I have allowed indigenous plants to replace anything that has died. Basically to keep enough food so that the birds and other creatures that are indigenous to the area have enough chow for winter. So that's kind of what I've been working on, is just letting it all go back to the way it was, you know. Which is better for the yard. And it has paid off. This year I have seen like 10 times as many songbirds, and I went back to a house we rented at one point after we were moved out, and there was no tenants yet. And I went back there and pulled up every plant I put in. I wasn't about to leave everything behind, so I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit, Jenny. What I should have done that I did not do, there was this awesome old garden rose next to the back door that had the most delicious scent, and I wish I would have taken cuttings from it, and I did not. I don't even know if it's there anymore. But we have quite a few different varieties of roses here. There's a lot of Rosa alba and Rosa rugosa out there for the hips. Yep. I didn't even bother with that, man. We just pulled up one day with a shovel and a bunch of garbage bags and just dug everything up and took off. Well, they were mine. I put them in, you know. So I wasn't about to waste all that, you know, time and effort and leave them all there. So I don't blame you. I would have done the same thing. A little stealth mission, you know. But definitely worth saving, you know. What's got you all bent out of shape there, Road?
Keep getting fucking PHP errors, and I shouldn't be having them.
Okay. Hello, Amish. How are you?
It's the Amish farmers, Amish drywall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just having a little chat about gardening in general.
Merry Christmas.
On Christmas Eve. Can you believe it?
Bringing all the girls and boys around to tell you.
Which brings me around to Christmas trees. We don't put one up. I wouldn't want to cut one down just for, you know, to have die in a few days. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And I don't want a fake one. Where am I going to put one? I have a cat, too. So that kind of nixes that idea. That's the last thing I want is...
My Norton license hasn't
You know.
expired. Sure it has. I don't even have Norton, so kiss my balls.
You know, we don't use Norton. How did that happen?
I don't know.
We don't use Norton. Not anymore. We haven't used Norton since Peter Norton part of it.
Ever since Peter died.
Yep. This show is legendary. What else you guys want to talk about?
Talk about Josh and
Pickle ornament. I've seen some pickle ornaments. They actually are kind of cute.
Find out why Josh is lactating. I want to know.
Rode wants to know why Josh is lactating. Inquiring minds want to know. I'm actually kind of interested in that myself. There's some kind of strange explanation for that. You have a pickle hidden on the tree. Haha. And one year, we didn't have any ornaments. It was our first Christmas together after your ex came and stole everything out of the attic. And we had absolutely no ornaments. Actually, most of them were antique ornaments that belonged to Rhode's mother. So why she felt inclined to take them, I have no idea. But anyway, so we decorated the tree with, you know, the little suckers with the little loop on the end of them. We decorated them with those, candy canes, strung popcorn and Cheerios, and paper stars. We made paper stars, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Oh, and lights from the dollar store. And it was a beautiful tree. It really was. Probably one of the nicest trees we ever had. You know? The kids got a big kick out of it. And every time they would walk by it, they would steal candy off of it, you know? And by the end of the season, candy was gone, and we just basically threw the tree out and let the squirrels and birds pick off all the popcorn and the Cheerios, so everybody was happy. Yeah, well, I think if we put a real tree up here, not only would and I don't know. You know, there's no sense in putting up decorations if we're not celebrating, you know? So, you know, Christmas is for kids, man. It's all commercialized and material, and, you know, it's all about spending money. And we're just not that way, you know. There are a lot of things way more important than money and gifts. So my parents said we had real trees when we were kids, and then as we got older, we got an artificial. My parents had we had a sunken living room in the house, and we had I don't even know how tall the ceilings were, 22 feet. Something with you know, piano wire, wire and nails. It basically had to be held up straight with. And we needed a ladder to decorate the top. Those are my memories from when I was a kid. Then after we got a little bit older, my mom just got, you know, we got a fake tree because it just got to be too much. My mom was she was like Felix Unger, you know. She was so, she couldn't stand that there were needles in the carpet, you know, pine needles left over in the carpet. It drove her nuts. So, yeah, we went to a fake one. But, and then I remember as a kid, every Christmas morning, remember those red boat sleds that you would get from Kmart a long time ago? we would each get one, and it would be filled with presents. And my mom would save money by avoiding all the wrapping paper, and she would just throw everybody's presents in each sled, and each sled would have a name on a tag. And that's how we knew whose was whose. So, yes, exactly. And that, she couldn't have that. She was like Mrs. Super Clean and super organized and like OCD about everything. So, yeah. Yep, we used to leave cookies and milk for Santa by the fireplace. Remember doing that? We would do that, and we would get up like really early in the morning and try to make as much noise as possible so our parents would get up, and then we could start, grabbing presents. Before that, you better not touch anything. Until my dad had a cup of coffee in his hand, everybody had just better not touch anything. So, but we had fun. We had a lot of fun. We would all layer up, put bread bags on over our socks, throw our boots on, coats, and everything, and go out and sled. We lived on our backyard was a hill, like a really great sledding hill. So we would go out and sled. We would break icicles off the house and carry them around, and they were like popsicles, except for the really big ones in the corner. Those were dangerous. Yeah, I really don't know how people got those to sled. That I always wondered that because, if the snow was not a certain consistency, those silver disc sleds would not move. Yeah, not last night. That's tonight. That is tonight. If you celebrate regular Christmas. We don't really, like I say, we don't celebrate unless we are with the grandkids. And I don't know if, I would love to go visit everyone this year. I'm just not sure if we can make the trip, and I have to find somebody to babysit the goats. And if we can, definitely. Or, who knows? I mean, maybe the kids will come down after Christmas. That would be great too, Yeah, it's all for kids, man. It's all about the kids. Without having any children in the house here, it doesn't really. Do the goats have Christmas? Yes, Jenny made that possible. She sent plenty of butterscotch candies for them, and they will all have a wonderful Christmas. Well, most of the holidays are commercial. So, I mean, think about it. You look in the stores, and before one is even over, they've got the decorations and crap up for the next one. It's crazy. Most of them were created to gain a revenue stream of some kind for some corporation, and we just don't buy into this, everybody outdoing one another, buying presents and all that. To us, it's craziness, It's just craziness. I don't know how people can stand in line on like Black Friday or whatever the hell they call it, Black Thursday, whenever. I don't know how people can deal with that mob just to get a few things on sale. It's just crazy. I can't do it. I won't do it.
Happy days are here again.
Like I say, Christmas is for kids, so.
Okay, that's it. I've had enough of this.
We don't, birthdays, we don't celebrate our anniversary, we don't celebrate anything, If we need something or want something and we can afford it, we buy it. If not, well, that's the way it is. Love and peace and joy to all. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. NorCal Public Watch. Hello. Tim Hill. How are ya? We're just chatting. Just having a little chat about plants and Christmas and gardening and this and that. And pickles in the Christmas tree and
Josh's song and QT on the panel. And...
Oh, we're great, man. We're great. We have a wild boar shoulder in the pressure cooker right now. We're gonna have barbecue tonight. Tomorrow we're having Muscovy duck. So that should be pretty good.
And we're getting ready to cycle the pressure cooker once again.
We're gonna cycle the pressure cooker again, and after that it should be ready. And he will debone it and throw some barbecue sauce in it. And we'll throw that on buns tonight, and we'll probably have some leftovers for tomorrow for lunch. And then for dinner, we'll do the duck. Yep. And then I'll make one of those squashes over there. I don't know which one. I have stuffing. I've got what do I have? Oh, I've got a Hubbard squash, and I've got some spaghetti squash and some acorn squash. I'm not sure what we're gonna make yet. Haven't decided.
NorCal loves old goats.
You actually could do it on your own. It's not that hard. If you can operate a wheelbarrow and, a scoop and a bucket, you can deal with it.
Oh, Jenny could definitely take care of mine.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's a fence separating me from the big boy.
Duck you.
So, but yeah, old guy always, Road always helps me because, some of the bales are a little heavy and I just don't have the strength to lift them. And then he helps me with some of the water buckets because they're a little heavy.
Yeah, but last year you did it all on your own.
Last year I did it all by myself. I did not require help. It's amazing. In 1 year, I fed and did stalls and took care of everybody on my own. I even had like 5 little baby goats up here that I was bottle feeding. They were in a little baby pool with a puppy enclosure around it on pine bedding. It was insanity. Every 2 hours I had to get up, eat bottles, and feed. Ostriches and alpaca, yeah, if you can do that, those are harder animals to deal with, I would think. Goats are easy. Goats are pretty docile, and all the girls are, you've seen, they're pretty cool. The only ones that they have a problem with, and Mr. Pinner's pretty easy to deal with. You give him a kiss and he's all happy. And Mr. Stinky, not so much. That's why he's on the other side of the fence. Yeah, they can be a handful, but most of the ones that I walk among are bottle fed. They were bottle raised, so they're like my little pets. They follow me around. Yeah, they can be a pain in the butt. You got to hold the bucket of grain up high enough they can't get their noses in it. But, all right, have a good one. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Best of the holidays to you, NorCal. Yeah, but these girls they're pretty easy to deal with, I mix it, I have a certain amount of grain that I mix, and I split a scoop between like 10 girls, and
don't forget to tell them what happens if you overfeed corn.
Yeah, if I overfeed, they can founder, and I don't want that to happen. So I have to.
Never heard of that happening in goats.
Oh, any animal that gets too much can founder.
Right, but we've never heard of it happening.
Any ruminant. Well, I've not. See, I have this bad habit of feeding with my heart instead of my head.
I looked it up on the internet. Nobody talks about it.
Well, goats actually use feed incredibly efficiently, and I have this habit of, oh, it's cold out, I want to make sure they have enough. And, So I gotta, hold back a little bit on the grain. I usually use like 2 scoops of sweet feed, 3 scoops of corn. Mix it all together and then I dish it out. And because there are 20-something goats out in pasture, those guys get a little more. There's about 10 goats in the inner pasture and like maybe 5 goats in the barn. And I'm just real careful about, how much I feed each one. Except for Ghostess, you will notice that she is incredibly huge. And it's, the only way I can think of to deal with her is to lock her away in her own pen and put her on a diet. And that would break my heart, it would break her heart, and her mother would get really pissed off, and I don't want that to happen. So she'll never get bred. She will never be bred.
No, because she already looks like she's bred.
She already looks like she's bred, so she will simply never get, I try to. When Peanut's not watching, I give Polly extra attention. Definitely. Polly was, see, that's another thing, when you introduce goats to the herd, if you introduce only one, it usually gets beat up so it, knows its place in the hierarchy. And poor Polly, it took a long time for the other girls to accept her. But what made it easier is putting the Smiley twins in there at the same time. And then they formed their own little trio.
And the goat, and that weird goat that fucking escaped.
Oh, Brownie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brownie and her daughter climbed a tree and got out when the tree fell. And when they came around up the horse pasture and through the gate, they came in to be with the girls too. And now we left them there. And so that makes it a little easier too. Melinda is an alpha female and Brownie is also an alpha female. So the two of them will butt heads, and then Peanut. Peanut will butt heads with anybody that spoiled little brat. That was my very first bottle attempt. The Smiley twins, yeah. That's what I call them because they're short, and whenever they look up at you, they always look like they're smiling. So I didn't have names for them, so I just started calling them the Smiley twins. They look pretty identical, so, Is this like virtual reality? Well, the goats are surely real. They're pretty cool, though. Honestly, I enjoy it all. I have enjoyed learning about goats. I have enjoyed every minute I've spent with them. It's a very cool creature. It really is. I spend a lot of time out there sometimes just watching them interact. Watching how their little families, it makes it kind of difficult for me to deal with the fact that a lot of the males go for meat. But as long as I don't have to watch it, it's all good. I know we can't keep them all. So fish are cool. I have a 20-gallon setup out in the garage that I wanted to set up at some point. I'm probably never going to get to, but at one point in time, I had a 20-gallon high setup with, what did I have in there? Let's see, ruby barbs, tiger barbs, loaches, coolie loaches, peppered catfish, some plecostomus, some little neons, and a couple other little kinds of little fish. And it was actually very relaxing to watch. What, your phone's messed up? You bet.
New one.
Yep. I am not a phone person. I know very little. It keeps automatically disconnecting the SIM.
Yeah. We gotta get him a new phone.
Yeah, you need a new one, dude. You need a different phone or something. That's for sure. See, I don't even have a phone. We share a phone. I don't call that many people. I don't call anybody. I don't really feel the need to yak with too many people. I just don't like hanging on the phone, man. I don't like texting because my fingers don't work that fast. You know, by the time I get one reply in, like the other person has put up, they're like on a different subject already, you know, so it doesn't even pay. I mean, I can type pretty fast on a regular, you know, a computer keyboard, like a laptop or a desktop, but phone, no. The letters are way too small. My fingers just don't work like that. I wish they did. I don't know how other people do it. I really don't. But then again, you know, I haven't been, you know, cell phones like this came out, what? You know, computers weren't even around when I was little, so, you know. Yeah, actually, my daughter-in-law's father, at one point in time, they had a farm, and what did they have? They had ostriches or emus?
Fucking emus.
They had emus. That's what they had, and they had like double cages in front. They had like double cages, and in order to collect the eggs, what they would have to do is he would have to have his kids distract him from the other side of the cage while he snuck in the back with a baseball bat in his hand just in case, and he would steal their eggs. They're evil birds, I guess. So yeah, he's got one on a pedestal in his dining room that's been like someone carved out and decorated. It's absolutely gorgeous. But I guess the birds are pretty evil, so not something I'd want to deal with. I have enough problems with the roosters in our chicken coop going after me. They don't like me. They know I don't really care for them too much, you know, and they run after me and try to peck my legs and spur me, and yeah, not into it. Merry Christmas! The shells are very thick, and they can be carved or painted into some beautiful, beautiful designs. I once painted a chicken egg for my mom. You know, I did the whole, you know, poke a needle through both ends, blow the yolk and the whites out, let it dry. And then I used oil paints from an oil paint kit, paint by number kit that I had. And I painted it all with flowers and stuff and gave it to my mom. So Christmas is not mandatory. Yeah, that was the one thing that he said about the emus was that, like, they would seriously mess him up if, you know, he got caught stealing their eggs. That's why they had to be distracted. So
Second son's gonna buy me a silicone.
he says saying no to Christmas is taboo. That's cool. We like taboos.
Second son is gonna buy me a silicone vagina for Christmas.
Is he?
Yep.
Like that one that, what's his name, put on the plate?
Yep.
That was gross. Who came up with that thing?
That was found on the road, remember?
Ew! That makes it that much more gross. No, no holiday is mandatory. Sorry. Actually, here, it's more mandatory not to celebrate than to celebrate. Because we're just, like, not into the spending of all the money. Like, I mean, come on. You know, nobody, like, Christmas lights, orange Christmas lights for Halloween when I was a kid, you know? And now they've got so much crap you can buy. It's like, yeah, no thanks. You know, I mean, it's like some people decorate their houses for every given holiday. And to me, that's just craziness. I just don't care for it enough to want to do any of that.
Come on, dog, get off me.
Dog, go lay down, please. She's been out twice, dude. She just wants to go chase cats, and she's not doing it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not falling for that today. She saw a couple of the cats when she was outside, so now she has to go chase them. And I'm not letting her. Yeah, the only fence scary. And I don't go in where Mr. Stinky's at because he can be a bit aggressive and, you know, especially if he has little ones on the ground, he gets very protective. So I try to stay out of his way. She's got the kind of horns that can hook you behind the knee and flip you. And I don't need to be flipped on my back and then have him stand over me, you know. That's just too scary as far as I'm concerned. So I'll just stay out of his way. Dude, this stream's been going for like 3 hours and a half here.
Okay, well, we're going to kill it in a minute because...
That would be good because, not that I want to get rid of everybody because I don't. I really enjoy chatting with all you guys. But I'm having some back issues standing here.
Well, not just that.
So.
I have network issues too.
Oh.
So I have to...
Yep, that's another reason why we don't celebrate. You know, everybody is special every day. So there's no reason to throw extra celebrations anywhere. You know, everybody is special. So, you know. Well, anyway, all right, that's enough. I'll tell you what. Come on, old guy. I'll tell you what. Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas Eve. And
remember to squeeze the boobies.
I hope everybody has a wonderful tomorrow. And we will see you. All right? Peace, love, and joy. And I'm out.
All right.
I got to go sit, babe. My back is killing me.
All right, Jenny. Definitely will do. All right, people. I'm going to kill the most boring live stream on YouTube today and try to get my internet back up and running decently. And if I'm able to do that, I'm going to try to go live on my new phone. So take care, everyone. Thank you for coming to the most boring live stream available on YouTube today.
Thank you very much.
And we will catch you again soon. Take care, everyone. Peace out.